The PL Show is brought to you by Kel Chaco, Kel 360, and Kel Kids Toothpaste.
And Nadia, I am a nije bebre, se wa basa obabeshe PL show ene because nipa edena bano oye nipa titru papa. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Kel Toothpaste PL show. My name is Keminni Amanor. Now remember that the Kel Toothpaste PL show is brought to you by the Kel Toothpaste brands, Kel 360, Kel Kids, and Kel Chaco. My makeup is by the African American Beauty Academy and Spa, and my beautiful costume is by Kafui Clothing. Thank you so much for making me look great, both of you. Now, on to our very wonderful guest we're having today. Let me tell you what, before she comes on, she has a degree in economics. She also has postgraduate diploma in business management and business administration. But I'll tell you what she does. She left all that. She left the banking system, insurance, all that, and decided to sell Kente. You're asking why, so am I. Let's welcome Baaba Ankrah and then we'll hear her story. Come on now.
Hi, Kemi.
How are you?
I'm good.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
So
Can I get a hug?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good to see you.
Good to see
it's good
you.
to see you. And you're so beautiful.
Thank you. When
we come back, we'll hear Baba's story. Don't go away.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel Kids Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids. Happy smile.
Welcome back to the PL show. We're about to have a conversation with Baaba Ankrah. Baaba Ankrah is the founder of GOBA Kente. And what you're wearing is from you,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
It's really beautiful. What's
Thank
the name
you.
of the Kente you're wearing?
It doesn't have a name.
It doesn't have a name.
It's not every Kente that has a name.
Oh, really?
It's
I
a
thought
myth.
everyone has.
So I can create a Kente and name you after.
Okay.
Because maybe you wore it, it's trended. So Kemi's
Right.
Kente. You know, there was Fatia Fatankoma.
Yes.
There was Gifty Auntie in the media.
Oh,
who has a
really?
name. Yes. And that's because she wore it and made the cloth popular.
Wow.
So
I
sometimes
didn't
the
know that.
naming, that's how it comes from. There's Obama Kente. Because when Obama came to Ghana, that's the Kente represented to him.
Amazing, amazing. I thought every Kente had a name and a story behind it.
Yes. Some, the typical traditional ones, they do.
Okay.
But the modern ones, you can just give it a name that fits the Kente.
Anyway, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So let's start your story from the beginning.
Which one is the beginning? Which point?
You know, I know what people are interested in.
Yeah.
They want to hear why you left your successful banking job to do GOBA Kente. But we'll keep them in suspense.
Okay.
You're starting through in collaborate.
Okay. Mingi fi obuase, my papa and my mommy. That's where they met, got married. That's where I grew up to the point I moved secondary school, and then came to University of Ghana. That's where I was.
Na secondary school no call now.
Mozano Secondary School. It's a Gomoa Shem.
Until now, Obuasi is sitting to say.
Oh, then you're better. It wasn't. My parents were just trying to make ends meet and then give us the best of life they have possible.
Now, who call secondary school swear?
Because secondary school, my dream now was one aim. Me call passing, university.
Okay.
And I quite remember, for my family, there was nobody that I could aspire to or uni. But basic school, one lady came there to do national service. And when me fapa, I like how she would dress and look and everything. So I spoke to her, Madam Olivia, where are you coming from? I said, I'm coming from University of Ghana. I'm just here to do my national service. It's like, where is that? She said, don't worry, if you pass your secondary school exams, you get to go to the university. So that was my inspiration. Como shame, to
Baby.
be, I mean, able to na upon school na,
It's the
headquarters of Mozambique Disco Christo Church. Into Omobaho, ebe yoma fashion. when it's done, it's just the school that keeps the town.
Matisa
be
uko
able
school now
to-
winning my dear pa. We are sharp.
Matisa, so me say Matisa.
Also what it?
Miss me try math 90%, na me soon. Because to me it wasn't good enough.
Really?
Yes. Me mama be year extra classes. Even though she wasn't educated much, she understood the value of education. Nti kakra bi obet me bia no wadin better classes so, and to the glory of God. What she made no so aneko. Nti
They ready I say. But be a catch us also say wapa.
Matisa, me back kita kra ho. Say what ad ewo YouTube. And she was like, "Mommy, is that you? She looks like you." I said, "No, it's not me, Mati." And you share, you try pictures together,
and
we know say, yes.
I see. See, I know you back or Seed to Oak segment. Here's a Seed to Oak segment on the PL show. My wishing life
Kakra.
because me very colorful women behind you.
I'm very sure it was the festive season to be at the A game aba. So yeah.
Into university now course economics.
Economics, yes.
Nana economics nation and another firm there.
I loved economics. Into no ye. Maths no. And no see okay. But it became too much because everything is calculation. Today a buffer me here and there, but we were able to go through it. In fact, I trailed. And mommy failed 2 papers. 2010. So when my mates were graduating, I couldn't graduate with them. And I was too embarrassed to even admit it. And to me see me there, me pay results in the car. But when him say bibi she, that's why you don't want to.
That's why.
But eventually I mastered up, and my then boyfriend, me catch and he encouraged me to say, "Oh, main culture paper. And even if you don't want to use it, you've done how many courses? About 20 courses. Once me ma 20, you will not go back for. So just go for it." And I went back to school, straight A's.
Yeah, we thank God for good boyfriends.
Now my husband.
I was going to ask that. Did you make him a husband?
Yes.
We love that. We love that. Just a quick reminder that the Seed to Oak segment is brought to you by the Kel Kids toothpaste brand. Kel Kids toothpaste protects child's gum. It prevents cavity. It makes the teeth strong and healthy with freshness all day. Now, Kel Kids toothpaste is recommended for children between the ages of 2 and 6 years old. It's a product from Samara Company Limited, and it's also approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. Kel Kids Happy Smile. You can rely on the quality of this product. Let's go back to our conversation with Baaba and GOBA Kente. What kind of impact do you think your growing up has had on the woman you have become today?
Growing up, there wasn't much to look up to. And see, I don't know where that came from, but I always had the mindset that there's better out there. Okay. And see, I will not be limited here. Even in secondary school, there'll be conversations here and there. So, Weiba likes you. Is it something that you're interested? I said, no, I'm not interested in anything. Weiba, Ewa betray, they want to come and pick you, so you go to school out there. I said, you don't have a proof that when I get the opportunity to travel outside, I'll go to school. And where I'm coming from, a lot of people would like to travel outside, but I wasn't really interested. I just knew there was something better out there, and I could find it through education. And see, at every point in time, no, I was really focused on my books and studying. It was hard, because sometimes you don't even know where your fees would come from. Even in Legon, it was very, very tough and hard. But I was determined to go through it and to make it through. Yeah.
I see. So how did you get through that tough moment when you didn't know where your fees were coming from and you had all these people making promises of a better, life?
Yeah.
How did you manage?
I would say
those times.
All my life, it's been one good helper that I wasn't expecting to another. It's been one good person coming into my life, meeting me. Oh, I like you. You are in school. You can't pay your fees. How much do you have? How much can I have? So I'll say God has sent angels along the way to carry me to where I am now. Yeah.
You say your mantra is let live.
Live and let live.
Live and let live.
Yeah.
And learn and teach.
Learn and teach.
And what are the other ones? There, I know there are about 3 or 4 of them.
Yes.
But
I like when you learn, teach, when you get to give, because I believe people have taught me everything that I know now. It's not coming from Obuasi.
Okay.
It's not coming from my family. It's coming from a total stranger like you, Kemi, that would just say a kind word to me that would take me to the next level, or that would show me that you're a lady, don't sit like that, sit like that.
Yeah.
So when you learn, teach, that is how I also impact the other generation. Okay. And when I get, I give. I give, and sometimes it even weighs on me because I know I've been helped. And so just pass it on. I may not come back to you, Kemi, and help you because you might not need it. But there may be Araba on the street who will need a word of encouragement, or maybe 100 cities to carry on. So, yeah.
So let's talk about your first job after university.
That would be national service.
Okay.
That was at Access Bank. So I had done internship at Ghana Reinsurance Company, and I met Kwabena Dufour's children penning. So I was there. Penning called me, Baba, there was a new bank in town. It's called Access Bank. They are recruiting national service. Are you interested? Meanwhile, I had been posted to somewhere in the Volta region, just trying to figure out what I would do, because there was no help. I didn't know anybody at the secretariat. So when Penning mentioned it, I said, okay, let me just dress up and go. Maybe they'll pick me on. They like beautiful ladies.
and of course, you beat that mark.
Yes, so as soon as I got there, are you ready to start work tomorrow? I am ready to start work tomorrow. Okay. And even better.
So it wasn't a service even? It
was a service.
Okay.
But they are signing you on to just come and do it. So it's not like a private thing, but it was national service. Okay. And good to a stranger, fine gentleman saw me and just walked straight to the HR. Please, I want her to be my relationship manager. If you employ her, I promise you, tomorrow she should come for this check.
Amazing.
I didn't know this person from anywhere. And that was easy. So by the next day, I had a job at Access Bank.
And how long were you at Access?
I was Access for a year. After the service, you would have to get up to, I think, 2nd class upper and 1st class before they would take you to Nigeria for training. Unfortunately, I didn't qualify, so they didn't take me on. So I had to step back. That's when I joined real estate. I went to the real estate industry for a while. But then, mind you, I told you I had reset to go back to Legon to do. So I did the real estate too for about a year max. And then I stopped everything. Went back to school. I was in school doing those papers, but I needed to make ends meet. That is when I found myself in business. I had a friend, Abna. She used to sell Kenyan bags, and air hostess would bring them from Kenya. So it's like, Abna, I don't have a job now. I've left my real estate. I can do this. Let me show it to people if it would be good. Let me try and see if I can sell this. And voila, here we are, having this businesswoman we are seeing.
So when did the idea for GOBA Kente come? Okay.
So when my mom realized that I wasn't able to tell her the truth that I had trailed in school and I needed to go back and correct it. I kept saying I just want to do business. So she said, okay, if you want to do business, Kente is something that I've always admired for some reason, but I don't have the capital to do it. So if you can get some money to start, why not? I mean, as a good child, which I've always been, I listened to my mom. Even today, thankfully, she doesn't use it to patronize me, but she knows I listen to her that much. Right. So when she said, Mommy Kente, she said, yes, okay. I got up one day and I found myself in Bonri. I didn't know anybody there. I just went, okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? But because I was doing the print bags, now I had started manufacturing my own. So I had workers that we were doing it together. I started with the Kente, making the Kente bags. I said, okay, let me try and see if I can sell the raw Kente. I bought about 10 pieces, kept it in the trunk of my car, and everybody I would meet, I'll make it sound like I had a whole warehouse of Kente. Miton Kente. I wasn't shy. That's what I was doing. That's what I was living on. That's what I was using to pay my bills. And see, shy for what? I would sell it. And that's where it grew. But guess what? I passed my exams. So then it didn't look good to me again. I didn't want
Kente didn't look good anymore.
I had to go back to corporate. So I left it and started applying for jobs. And I found myself in the bank again. When I turned 30, on my birthday, I just started praying that, what's the next step? because corporate was still, I didn't see the career growth. I didn't see the career progression, but I loved it. So I was praying, what's the next thing to do? And it was so clear. The instruction was so clear. Go back to your business. Meanwhile, there was no business. And I
did you?
listened. Yes.
Did it take you a while to listen?
No. It's been one step after that. I haven't rested since that instruction 6 years ago. I moved with it.
So
and everything.
Once you got that instruction, you just quit your job.
I didn't just quit.
Okay.
So I started a business again. I built it. I was still in corporate. So that was like my side hustle. I felt like I needed to come and join in because I felt I was cheating my employer. I would be at work and my sales girl at work needs me. Customers would come there. You know, Ghana, how we like the one-on-one vibe. Can I speak to your boss? They try to call me. I'm not available because I'm working for somebody else. And I thought that wasn't fair, that if one day my business grows to that extent, I wouldn't want somebody treating my business like that. So I had a conversation with one of my mentors, and I told him that I think it's time to quit.
Okay.
And he said, yes, I think it's time to quit. So give yourself the permission and leave. And it was painful for me. I remember my last day of leaving the work, I said goodbye to my colleagues. I went to the basement of the bank. That's where we parked. 4 hours, I stayed in my car and I cried. I couldn't go home.
Oh. But what was making you cry then? Because you knew what was ahead of you.
Yes, but you don't know the entire story. And growing up, I fell in love with 2 careers, banking and acting. So that should tell you that I was leaving something that I loved. It wasn't pressure. Yes, sales go and bring money and everything, but I loved this work that I was doing. I was passionate about. I feel good saying that I work in the bank. You know, it's prestigious. So it was painful for me. And the unknown, you know your business is doing well, but is this something to sacrifice everything for? You have a child, you have a husband, you have family that depends on you. So even if my business was given something, your corporate work, salary was assured. This is you doing too no, leaving everything behind. That's what ended me in tears.
But you still took...
You sent your letter.
It took me a second to, adjust to what you just said. It ended you in tears.
Yeah, it ended me in tears.
But you still took the leap of faith and decided to invest 100 into your business. At the time, was it still Kente and was it GOBA Kente?
The name has always been GOBA.
Okay.
But I never attached Kente to it.
Okay.
So when I left, I just said, okay, one step at a time, baby step. Do your research. Who else is doing what you are doing? How can you make it differently? And I said, if this is where I'm even going to sit and work, it won't look like the Kente we know. It will be very different in Ghana because I want it to look good. I want to feel good coming to this space and making people give the recognition and respect that Kente deserves. So I put in that effort, build it one day at a time. And this is where we are.
We'll talk a bit more about it, but let's take a look at, a typical day in your life.
Baaba Ankrah is the brain behind one of the fastest growing Kente businesses in Ghana, GOBA Kente. A passion she turned into a business 6 years ago, today has employed many and continues to inspire others to greatness. She calls herself a bona fide hustler who is consistently thirsty to learn and to teach others. She is an ardent believer in God's grace, and according to her, the Kente business is a very competitive venture. One of the key factors of being competitive is to stay true to what you stand for and always have a listening ear.
So where's the store?
Westlands.
Okay.
Number 27 Westlands Boulevard.
Okay.
Very close to Gimpa. Just 2-minute drive away from Gimpa.
Speaking of Gimpa, you went to Gimpa too.
Yes, I did.
What did you go and do there? You like learning too much.
I do. I'm always thinking about the next school or the next program to go. I did a diploma in business administration in Gimpa. I was preparing to go and do my master's.
Okay.
But I think along the way I lost my father. So the money I prepared for school had to be used for burial. And I had to hold on for about 2 years to regroup myself and then go back to school. So I finally went to GIMPA 2019 to do marketing, masters in marketing. Yes.
What you just saw is the 360 segment, which is brought to you by the Kel 360 toothpaste brand. Kel 360 toothpaste is good for kids, it's good for adults. The children should be 6 years and above. Remember that. Now, let your family be a proud one when they step out by constantly using Kel 360 toothpaste. It will brighten your teeth, it will prevent cavity, and, like I said earlier, it'll give you the fresh breath throughout the day. It's a product from Samara Company Limited and approved by the FDA. You can rely on its quality. Kel 360 toothpaste, happy smile. Why GOBA? What does it even mean?
GOBA is actually my initials.
Okay.
Beginning. But now I've been able to coin it around Ghana.
Okay.
So I say GOBA is Ghanaian originated bold accessories. But when I was setting the name GOBA, it was my initials.
Oh, and take us through it, because we only know the BA, which is Baaba Ankrah. Okay. So what the other ones, the G and the O?
The G and the O is from my first name, Gloria.
You really do look like a Gloria, because it came to mind that.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, and the O is.
The O is in the O in the Gloria.
In the right.
So GO, I did glow and then ba. So global. No, I wanted it to be tight.
Yeah.
So I took the L out and left it at GOB.
But now
GOBA.
It's grown beyond.
It's beyond me.
Beyond your name. You have accessories too.
Yes, we do.
Okay. What kind of accessories are there?
For now, it's really fascinator and also shawls.
Kente shawls.
Kente shawls to just throw on. Yes.
Okay.
And occasionally, I make a few ready to wear here and there, belts that you can accessorize with. Hopefully, in a year or two, we should have that ready and accessible to everyone.
How would you say that your business has evolved, over the years?
It's been incredible. 5 years. April 13th, 2018, that's when we opened. And I didn't think it would become a household brand name as it is now. It's a lot of work. We are styling people from Hollywood, locally, the celebrities, regular clients, high-end, medium-end. But they all come and they love that we've been able to transform Kente and make it more appealing. Typically, you would find people wear Kente once in a lifetime, or it's my engagement, mimpe Kente share. But no, this is Baaba accessorizing Kente every day. So even if you come and you don't want sort of the whole package, okay, I'll tell you that, okay, I have 2 yards. You can just use it to make a little skirt, a blazer here and there to throw on your corporate outfits. It's really helped.
So what's the story behind the Kente that you have?
This is one of the silk designs. They use various yarns to weave Kente, and this is silk made. Again, you have to be innovative and get people to fall in love with it. So we have the typical Kente traditional colors. Can you guess? Red.
Okay.
Yellow.
And blue. Okay.
And green.
And
So these are the very typical Kente traditional colors. Now, we all have our favorite colors. Somebody loves crocodile yellow.
What is that?
It's a color. Or mint green. Yes, they come with all sort of colors. How do you keep the business running? You create yarns in those colors for them. So it's the same cotton, but you have to dye the yarns into the colors.
Which means that you don't just go and get it from, the manufacturers anymore.
We do, but now we sit and we actually put the colors together and design it to make much more appealing to people, because everybody and what they see on the market, and it keeps changing. Now there's the ombre one.
Oh, there is?
There is. So the colors fade and transition into another color. That's what's in vogue now. We just have to keep changing to make it more interesting. If not, somebody just buy once and think I have enough. Yeah.
I didn't know that, the traditional cloth has evolved a lot.
It has.
But who are your clients usually?
Oh, everyone. So the targeted client, it's bridal. It's always been bridal because that's what everyone knows Kente is for. But I'm being intentional about it. I want to change the narrative that you can actually accessorize Kente every day. You can make a simple skirt or a blazer and just throw it on. When they say Friday wear, they didn't just say African prints. You can throw in Kente. It's fun. It's ours. We should own it.
Like what you have done with yours.
Yes, and celebrate it. So I'm moving from bridal to make it more corporate for everybody to love it. Yes.
You've spoken about, how you get to this, which you call the silk
The
one,
silk, yeah.
and the fact that, the designs are transitioning into
Yes.
people's choices now. But how do you think that affects the authenticity of Kente?
It's not. Where is the originality coming from? It's coming from the weaving process. It's coming from the fact that it's hand woven. Has it changed? No. When you go to Bonre, the weavers are still sitting by the looms, using their foot to pedal and their hands to still weave. That hasn't changed. It's not machined. And to be able to keep the industry thriving and doing well, we cannot say that we are going to stick just by the old colors. What we have done is to introduce colors. Nothing has changed. The same way Kente was woven is still done. Somebody wouldn't want all the square shapes and all the diamonds on their body. Okay, so now we have the option of a solid color.
So you think it's made it more appealing?
It's
to
more
certain
appealing.
people?
It's making the business thrive and making the industry grow. Because if it was just this, everybody would have one and it's done. Because Kemi said, oh, we are. Why would you have the need to come and buy this again? But send the waba. Now I be orange way. This one. Ochina beba no. There is this blue and green one.
So beautiful.
Yes. There is this one too there. So that is how we do to keep the industry thriving and to keep the business growing. And yes, I did because Obia pe new
indeed,
one.
at some point in
Yes.
Kente market,
And it has, yes, it has to evolve. Everything evolve. What doesn't grow dies. If it's not growing, it will die. And so how do we keep people desiring for more? Say, let's see where we can make the changes. It can start from allowing everybody to have free access to Bonre.
At the Bonre, specific people in Ekoho.
Oh, Obia wa access, but me pese yenje ho. Because Kemi utu kwai. Me tu kwai nan say Echo International Women Conference with Dubai.
Okay.
Nes baby the Miracle Garden me ko show. Kemi okwa utu ya, okwa flowers. Flowers are you you pay to watch. But in Ghana everything is free. And to be call Bonre no number for number. They are taking videos and they don't even take it for us to look good in the limelight.
Yeah.
They make it look like poor people, broke. But look at what we have.
Yeah.
It's because we cheapen ourselves. We make everything free flow. I think there was a sister. Because this is what we have. Oh God, deserts. And here, why do we do this to ourselves as a people? You know, I've grown and I've become very passionate about the industry. I'm like, we're sitting on gold. We can do so much with this. And let it be appealing. Say, and I'll be room, not be shaking. It helps in the developmental processes there. At least you're charging BB and our beam, a business, our baby, work out parties.
In Kitehudie Bang and now weavers, no, like what do you do when you go to Bonre?
So when I go, usually if I have a custom order, we sit and go through. I have specific people that I work with. And so, okay, your order way, we will say, okay, pattern way, what can we do? What changes can we do? The colors are not working. Then I obey, that's typically business. Okay, are there things around I'd like to see? What is the new introduction?
Okay.
Pattern we yes, so how can we diversify it? See, I have all of those conversations, and every now and then I keep asking, what can we do to change this place to make it better?
Okay.
Then I'm here who is helping you, and they always say that if we get a cotton factory, to do the cotton growing and harvesting here, a bit boy, because the yarns are expensive. Again, everything aside it being hand woven is imported. And the price no, it's always skyrocket.
And you know, see, I can't tell at saying ne boy because Obia fra can't tell.
Oh, ne boy enough for me. I wish I be cost sensor. Honestly, weavers no more figure now.
Okay.
Quite brain drain. Everybody, yes. Everybody is looking for the next ticket to travel outside Ghana for a better life. Because, and they say, this cannot change my life, which is very true. Because again, I don't think we've actually honored and respected Kente the way it deserves to be. And you know, they don't think they can have a better life out of it. But yeah, I keep encouraging them that let's stay and let's see how best the government can help us. And so how best we can help ourselves as an industry.
What do you do to unwind?
I'm sure I'll be sitting in a beach somewhere reading a book. Typically, I like that. I like to be out there, but I like to unwind in me, with nobody else but me. Look at how
solitude is your safe space.
Yes.
Well, what you have just said takes us to the next segment of the program, which is the DIY segment. Let's take a look at the DIY segment.
Hi, so on today's DIY, I want to teach you guys how you can use kente to accessorize your look. Maybe you have been invited to an all-important function with a touch of kente. You don't have to do much if you don't have an outfit made in kente. You can just pick a strip and throw it on as a shawl. How do I look? It's good enough. Also, you can use the sash to redefine your looks on any plain solid color. Remember, it has to be a plain solid color because you don't want to look all busy with your outfit. So here we go, just hold it. Tie to the side. I prefer the side. If you want front, it's all up to you. Snatch yourself, try so that you can get to really define your waist. Tuck it in somewhere down, up, where you're comfortable. Just make sure it looks good. So to the side, and that's it. You can also do this with a simple kente shawl. So let's try the hair for the African queens. And a bad hair day, this could be your magic to stepping out. So let's do this. Pull it in. You can roll it, and then when you're done twirling it, you can now quickly turn it to the back and tuck it in. Just make sure it's secured enough so it doesn't come up. And there you go. All your hair mess is all gone. You look good. You have a bit of kente in your look. You are promoting Ghana in your own small way.
Into Uton.
Yes, you just have the strips. Yeah.
Okay.
Just have
so I can just walk in there and pick
that.
just
Yeah,
that.
just
I see. Remember that the DIY segment is brought to you by Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Constant use of Kel Charcoal Toothpaste will give you a fresh breath, whiter teeth. It will remove your dental plaque. It will make your gums strong, prevent cavity, also prevent your hangover breath. It's recommended for adults and children above the age of 6. It is approved by the Food and Drugs Authority, and so you can rely on the quality.
Mommy.
Michelle say, fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back to the PL show. Let's make you smile. I've got a surprise for you. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can get the sense that you're ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, I've known Baba all her adult life. She's come a long way, and I am so proud of her. And the miracle is that she's just beginning, and that is wonderful to see. She's a survivor. But better than that, she's not just survived, she has thrived. And her very life is a miracle. Everything about her is a miracle. And that is what is wonderful about her. You could be hit with all kinds of things and you may not be able to rise and find your feet again. In her case, she's come from a lot and still has been able to maintain her inner sweetness and that wonderful nature that helps her to overcome every obstacle and every difficulty. Oh, extremely proud of her. Very, very proud of her. And I think she knows that as well. That's why there's a little bit of a timide with her as well. I always have a prayer for you, and the prayer is that you will not stop till you get to where you know in your heart you need to be, at the very top. You deserve love. You deserve laughter. You deserve to bring beauty to the world around you. You are an example of what makes the Ghanaian woman wonderful. I am very proud of you, and I know you haven't even started yet. So let's keep going, girl. Let's keep going.
Oh.
I hope we surprised you.
Yeah.
But how important is Uncle Ibo to you?
You have no idea. Sometimes I'm actually very scared, like how much I hold him in high esteem. You know, for the woman I've become, I can credit Uncle Ibo with 50% of it. It's by his teaching, it's by his mentoring, it's by his prayers. And knowing that, I'm emotional now.
We like that.
Somebody actually loves you unconditionally. I don't have to do anything. Nothing. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to do anything to run to Uncle and always know that he's there for me. And that's how it's been. I've known him, I think, since Legon. So maybe 10, 13 years. It's always been love. Like pure, unadulterated love. The father figure that I needed.
Growing up.
Yes. My father did his bits, but Uncle has done more. I've had to learn a lot more self-love, self-assurance, knowing that you are good enough, that you deserve love, you deserve all the good things that would happen to you. I think in the conversation, I mentioned somewhere that I spoke to my mentor and he said it was time to move on. That was Uncle. That was the go ahead that I needed to go. Like, girl, what do you need? It's time to go. You can do this. Said a prayer for me. Every time I've hit a wall,
you've run back to him.
Just a call away or just a mail. Uncle, I need to talk to you. And he would always be available.
Amazing.
So I thank God for him.
And he says, Uchimuya or Dekakra.
Because when I see him, I know he would dote on me. He would do all the pumping and other sweet things.
So the child in you comes out.
Yes. As a father. He's my father. I mean, my father is gone.
But you still have your father here.
Yes.
So let's talk about your business. What are some of the challenges that you have had to overcome, you know, starting on this road and staying on this road?
Now there's internet. Your weavers are sitting online. Maybe they've woven kente for you for 1,200 cedis. He doesn't understand why you should pick it and sell it for 1,500 cedis. They forget that you have staff. You pay overhead costs, you pay packaging, you pay rent, you pay GRA, you pay electricity. And so it makes the business difficult. Now, instead of everybody doing their role to get the business running, so that's a main challenge. And also because they don't have a lot more formal education, they don't understand timelines. They don't understand timelines and delivery. They don't understand that I've promised Kemi, Kemi, your kente will be ready 5th May. Come and pick it. They don't understand it. And so you've done all the negotiations. You've paid for the yarns to be bought. Forget yourself for a day or two. They will mess you up. Ebi Makai, I've been busy so much that for a week or two I haven't followed up. Makai, Entino. Kemi kente where we've doing. Oh madam, minye. That's the challenge. Also, when it comes to the yarns, every time prices. Last year there was this price hike. We were buying the yarns for 6 cedis. In about a month, it shot up to 13 cedis. And you know, Emma Bibia Boyedin. Nobody was buying. We were still making sales, but it had reduced because price had gone up.
What can be done to assist people who play in the, you know, the kente weaving industry?
Be a cotton factory, MIA. Mama a big weaving factory, Ewa Bonre. So Mumbai any cotton plantation, Maybe there's a big land the Bonre community or the chief there would have to assign, and maybe a government in so bebim abebwa amayayama. I also believe that they shouldn't let illiteracy hinder the progress of Kente. We can still come and do trainings for the weavers, even in terms of their financial management. We see saying, because if you know how you're able to manage some of these things, you can even apply to a bank, maybe as a corporate something. So those trainings, the government should look into it and impact the people there. Yes.
Awards being recognition being and awenya throughout the years.
Oh, you know, I think last year we won local weave, Kente weave. I was very much excited about it. Not that my brand won, but that Kente was getting recognition.
Yes.
I was very much excited about, okay, this my dream is getting somewhere. And see, many that's what I've shared with you, to see the weavers being trained, to see a factory in Bonre, Keminni there. Would it be mine? It's not mine. I want to see the industry thrive beyond me. Me asking for a cotton factory for Bonre, it will not be in my name, but it will make the people there have confidence in what they are doing, and they'll be able to impact their family, take better care of themselves and their offspring, and then we help build and develop Ghana as a whole, because and also my GDP ne kosho. Yeah.
But you're not only, you know, selling, you also give back to the society.
Yes. Oh, those are personal things that I do. And see, if I know there's somebody in need. So, for example, last year, my birthday, I just walked to Kolebu. I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing that I did, because I ended up crying the whole time. You know, it makes you know how fickle humans are and how we take a lot of things for granted and how you think, but will be to her, for no answer in DD. You know, so those are the things that I do on the side. We are still working around doing something corporate as an organization to support. And so we need all the resources now. But these are the advocacies that I'm also doing for the industry. Kemi, Sama Beiji, I was saying next time I was saying who say what GOBA. What you say? And Timpacho. Ni odi echusi dia ope.
I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
It's coming from you, from your pocket, may it be replaced for you in several folds.
Amen.
You know, I really like the one you have.
So from all of us at GOBA, thank you.
Thank you.
Our
so
anniversary
much.
present.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
I hope I get to see you in it.
You will.
Photo shoots, pictures,
I tell you right here on the PL show.
That's good.
We'll work on it, and then you're going to see me in it.
That's good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
But we also have a present for you.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a whole year.
We're also giving this to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Enjoy you and your household.
Okay.
We've got the sponsor products in here. We have the Kel 360 Kel Charcoal and Kel Kits. And then we also have mosquito repellent somewhere in there. We have the Feco spray starch also here. And just remind yourself that we're always here watching you doing great things. But that's not the last of it. Oh, there's this one too.
Hey, in Kuto Haven.
Oh, you already know them.
No, I just saw it. It's nice.
Yes, shea butter products from one of the amazing young women doing great things here in the country. So these are her products from her company in Kuto Haven.
I'll look it up online.
Yes, please
Thank
do.
you. I will.
And then we've got this for you. Yeah.
Oh.
Anytime, any wonderful woman. We're glad you do. I don't even have to talk about it. You love it. And we love that.
Yes.
So anytime any wonderful woman makes it here, we'd like to give you something that you can carry out, something that is not spent, right? And so anytime you see it, you're reminded of how far you have come and how far you will go. It's an acknowledgement of your hard work. And we want to say we are proud of you.
Thank you.
So here you go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh yeah, Ohema Square.
You.
Already know your Ohema.
Absolutely.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Before we go,
you made this easy. It was fun.
I'm glad I did. Before we go, I want you to talk to young people from all over the country. you know, they may hear your story and it resonates with them. What's your advice for them?
You came to this life alone. I'm not saying be alone.
Yeah.
But shawabra boso nabo.
Yeah.
Focus on your life. Don't compare your life to what's happening for somebody, because the stories are very, very different. Maybe today I would see that Baba is doing very, very well, and Kemi will feel say wakechuri. But tables turn, things change, and I would beba. But if all you do is to stay in a very comparing situation, like you're always comparing yourself to others, obekechuri in a lot of way. Be proud of who you are. Don't despise humble beginnings. Me be a GOBA. I said I was opening a flagship store. Luxurious. Those were the words I was using. Keminni man was shop on do 20. But I was very small.
Yeah.
I held my head high, proudly spoke about it. Don't despise small, humble beginnings, but do the work. We go to YouTube. We sit on social media Monday to Sunday.
Gossip blogs and
gossip blogs. Comments but you can find people on that same app. They can teach you what you don't know.
Yes.
But yes, and say that mini bra for mini help. When you're skaketwano, it's credits now what? Buy it, but go on YouTube, Google something and learn. Yeah.
Again, I walk catch Amanor Kente any perhaps any other place I Amanor Kente.
Me doma si bebre, you know. Me kobonre as a total stranger. Me ni any nimdie any understanding of how a humanity. Any me school sem my professor. But omo nyamu ho abotre. Omo ne mi atna ye achre me. Ejumane so ama me ho so. And de bia omo di eni die ema me. Hey mame oba ejume wa beboa ama kente ejuma na ejina o. No kwa wo se wo mo ka no omo ka. Eto da omo di misim, but mi hu odo a omo yi mame. Pese omo nti asese enyoma mu ye din. Se na de bia omo ka no. Ejuma no eto da enko so. De bia omo be ka sa aban beboa omo. Obi ba na wa be hyebo na etwem na yakọ. Me bompa say omo abetimi aginem as a co. Ye nyina nso ya ho odin ka ho. Ye na aba ye ton ntuma no online ni bibia no so. E kwan betimi de ye rem se na nyina ya no be ye baako. Ni ye pushi ejuma na kohwere no. But mma me kasa ye ntintin. Na ase nko a because they've truly really been amazing.
And so yes, we are bonfire and Yankupo because we be quayama.
Amen.
Yeah, that's the sell by.
Amen.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on the PL show. Remember that we'll be back here same time next week on this channel. But if you missed this particular conversation with Baba, you can catch a playback on YouTube. The Kel Toothpaste PL show is brought to you by the Kel Toothpaste brands, Kel 360, Kel Kids, and Kel Charcoal. My makeup is by African American Beauty Academy and Spa. And then my costume is by Kafui Clothing. And I hope to see you here next week. My name is Keminni. Amanor. Bye-bye.